Hello everybody, it is Monday, it's 12 o'clock, just about, coming up to 12 o'clock. It's Pip here from queenpipcards.com and it is my Moody Monday pick-me-up video today. And today we are looking at Bird Ballad. Now Bird Ballad, you can find, the easiest way to find Bird Ballad in the new catalogue is to just nip through here and find it here in the bundle pages. So it shows you that it's on page 91 and it tells you what's in the bundle, but you can just go to page 91 and then you can see the whole suite. So all of this week we are focusing on Bird Ballad. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. There's lots of design ideas and stuff on this page in the catalogue, and there's the whole suite here that you can purchase just with the one number. And then if you turn over the page, you get the pictures of the papers and the stamp set. Okay, so that's a really handy thing in the catalogue, that you can just use that bundle sheet to go and find things that I talk about. Okay, so let's put that down there for a moment. Get that out of the way. No, it's falling over. No, it's there. So you probably saw this card on Friday, hopefully. Oh, we've got a couple of people joining us. Hello, welcome to my Facebook Moody Monday. So this was the card that I put up on Friday in my new blog hop. I'm now a proud member of the International blog hop Pretty Cards and Paper. That's what we call ourselves, Pretty Cards and Paper. So basically all of our stuff will be around paper and things like the note cards, the scalloped lace cards and stuff like that. So really picking out those elements that are in the catalogue. So these two little birdies here, these were actually cut out. So they were done by hand. Yes, fussy cutting, but you know, so easy. And then they've got these lovely little trinkets of keys down here, which I really like. They're really cool. So that was the one I shared on Friday. You've probably seen this one before. I think we made this one live actually before on here. This was one of my Moody Monday videos as well. So there's that one. And then I'm just going to show you loads, because I think the more inspiration you get, the more you can see how you would use it. Then there's this one. This one I did for another blog hop, the Greek Isles blog hop. And then I did these two, and the next two cards really are kind of in the run-up to tomorrow's video, no, to Wednesday's video. So I wanted to do simple stamping and then take it up a layer and then take it up a layer. So this is the real simple stamping with colouring in. Okay, so it's just using, there's no birds on it actually, it's just using the beautiful flowers from the set and then the little thank you down here. So that's kind of a very simple card that somebody who's just started could do. And then we take it up a level. And this is a little bit of fussy cutting, a bit of the papers, and a little die cut circle, but you could even have a punched circle at the back of that. And then on Wednesday you'll see the next version, which is a step up again. So yeah, so hopefully that just gives you a little bit more inspiration of Bird Ballad. I was inspired myself by my one of my Teamies, extended Teamies cards, Hilary. She did this for the shoebox swap. And I really liked the simplicity of that. So I thought, I know, I can do that. Let's make that into a card. So I came up with this one. And this is the one we're going to make today. We're going to change it up just a little bit. I'm going to do two versions of it. And you can see what you think. It's got some of the embellishments on it there, the little leaf one there and the flower one there. I'm loving these. They're really kind of Victorian-y kind of metal, antique metal, that's the word I'm looking for, antique metal. So I really like that one. So we're going to be doing some of that today. So how are you all? Have you had a good weekend? Did you enjoy the sun? I thought we were supposed to be having like a sun heat wave this week, and it's cold today. So I don't know what's going on with the weather, but it was hot, hot, hot over the weekend. It was really muggy yesterday when we were at class, and it was really hot when we were at team training on Saturday, which hopefully you've seen some of the photographs of that we've been that I put up over the weekend. So yeah, we've had a really good weekend, really. It's been really lovely. Busy, but good. So today I'm just doing some stamping, and then we'll just do a bit of stamping, see how that goes. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. But please do tell me in your comments whether you've had a good weekend. I've seen some of you at the weekend, but not all of you. So I'm using a pool party piece of card here. Remember, we're just trying to lift our spirits on a Monday because you had a lovely weekend and then you've got to go back to work today. So this is my Pick Me Up Moody Monday video that's all about hopefully cheering you up and making you feel a little bit better. Oh, do you know what I've forgotten to find? I've forgotten to find the papers. Oh, that's a silly woman. Right, let's do that now. And let's grab the bird ballad papers. So here's all the bird ballad papers that I do. Got them all stuck in my pack like this. I mean, the papers are gorgeous. There's so many lovely designs. There's the birds that I cut out, and the flowery ones, lots of flowery ones, and the pink ones, and more birds. I've seen people cut these birds out as well. That's a bit too much fussy cutting for my taste, but there you go. And then the feathers, that's nice. You'll be seeing another one of those later on in the week from me. So yeah, lots of nice designs, and of course the swallows, which we've seen before. So lots of lovely designs, quite fresh and bright, but also gentle at the same time. Like the birds on their own, you know, these ones, they're quite bold. But then you get things like this, which is quite subtle, and then just the flower ones, which are just lovely for adding extra bits and pieces onto cards. So we're going to cut this out as normal. We're going to make this 10 centimetre, no, 9.5 centimetres this way. Okay, and it's going to be 13.9 this way. There we go, because that's the inside mat. So that's the only bit I'd forgotten, hopefully. So we've got this, and this is soft suede. So I think that soft suede matches perfectly with those birds that are sitting on those branches. So I thought, yeah, we'll do soft suede to match the birds, and then pool party to match the backing. We need the ribbon. Good heavens, Pip. Honestly, I've forgotten everything today. I nearly forgot the ribbon as well, honestly. There we go. So this is the new vanilla scalloped, what's it called? Scalloped lace trim. And it's beautiful. It's really soft, delicate. Not normally what I use at all, to be honest. It's not really, you know, it's a bit lacy for me, but it is pretty, and actually it fits perfectly with this. They're very good at getting things to coordinate, aren't they? Okay, so we're going to put some glue on here. Are you actually all watching, or are you just kind of like flicking past? Because I'm not seeing anybody interacting. There's no comments coming up. Are you having a good day? Are you having a bad day? Is this a good day to have a bit of Moody Monday pick-me-up? Or are you all just happy at work and life is fine? And actually, you're going to catch up on this later. I don't know. Let's see if anybody responds. Okay, so we're going to pop that in there. Now, you can wrap this all the way around the card if you wanted to on the inside, but I know quite a lot of my customers don't like ribbon showing on the inside. They've got to think about it. So the way to stop that, but still have this... Oh, look. Oh, my goodness. Suddenly they've all arrived. Okay, so obviously you've been there and commenting away, and I haven't been able to see you. Oh, it's probably my internet. I'm sorry. Excellent, Lisa. Thank you. I'm glad you're there. And so is Linda. And so is Patricia. Oh, a break from hoovering, says Linda. Well, that's very well done, Linda. We could all do with a break from hoovering every now and again. Okay, so that, oh good, I'm glad you're there. Phew, I feel like I'm not talking to myself anymore. Oh, hello, good evening. Hi, Wendy. Nice to see you, and thank you. Oh, thanks so much for sharing. And Pat says, hello, Queen Pip. Lovely. Love this stamp set. Yes, me too. And Chrissy's on. Hello, Chrissy. Nice to see you. So, oh, cool. Well, I'm very glad that you're all there and watching. And I don't feel like I'm talking to myself anymore. That's lovely. Okay, so I wanted to just show you how you could get this bow without bringing two pieces round and tying it together. So I do the cheat thing. So basically I tie my bow. Might need a bit more ribbon to this. Let's see. Yeah. So I get a nice long piece of ribbon and then I tie my bow up here. Okay, sort of midway along my ribbon piece. There we go. Tie my bow like that. And then I stick it down. Okay, sometimes I go a little bit too far, got a bit too much ribbon there, so I might bring that back in again, you know, because I know we're all frugal, aren't we? We don't like cutting anything off or having a little bit of trim that's not needed stuck behind. I know we're all like that. Everybody's like that. So, oh, that's a bit of a waste. But see, then that's too short. So you just have to kind of get used to how the ribbon works. And I'm showing you lots of opportunities on bow tying as I'm doing this. So everyone says, how do you tie your bows, Pip? I have done a video on it. It is possible to see. I think it's going to be stuck like, it's going to be like, I'm just going to have to live with that. So that's fine. So this is how I would place my bow if I was doing exactly the same card as that. But I decided I'm going to change it up a little and use the nested, oh, Karen's on as well. Hi, Karen, nice to see you. I was going to use the nested dies, okay, so that's these ones, which actually come with the bundle. So the bundle is for these dies, okay, the stitched nested labels. Now, you don't get them on the magnetic sheet, but you do get all of these, okay, plus you get the free as a bird stamp set. So the stamp set and the dies part of the bundle. I think it's $47.50 in the UK. I'm not sure what it is in other markets, but I think it's still a really good deal because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these dies. And this is cute because this just lays down a layer of stitching. So that's really nice. And then the others, you get the outside and the inside. It's like a double stitched effect. So I thought this time, rather than, the reason why I did it like this to start off with was I hadn't actually got these yet. Shock horror. So I thought this time I'll do it with this. So actually having that extra piece is quite handy because it's going to need to get the bow a little bit further over so that it fits with that, because this is quite a large die, as you can see. But it does fit. I thought about using the smaller one, but it chops a little bit off, and I thought, no, let's go with this one. It's nice and easy to use. So now I know that my ribbon's going to fit. I can cut that off just about there-ish. That will attach it around the other side, but I don't want to put it on yet until I've positioned this. So I'm going to position this after I've stamped it. So now we need the stamp set, Pip. That would help. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to stamp it. I will stamp it on the rectangle so that you can see the difference. Now I'm keeping in here my paper pumpkin die stamps because they do match and they coordinate. So I've started putting them in here just so that I know where they are. You know, they match, so that's good. And then I'm getting this big image, and I use my, which one's this? The E-block. This is the E-block. Just checking. Yes, that's the E-block. Just to pick that up. Let's hope Alison's not watching because my blocks are in a right state at the moment. They need a good clean, so I apologise for that. Okay, so a bit of soft suede, and we're just going to ink that all over. And I always, if it's a big image like this, I always leave the block on the table and take the ink to it. It's so much better. It doesn't get it on your fingers, all that kind of stuff. Okay, and then because now we've got the cling, so I can see exactly where that's going to sit on my little or big nested die. So I probably could have gone for the one below actually. But isn't that lovely? That's just perfect. I think that's nice. So that is now going to go on here. And see, I want that bow to kind of sit a little bit over it like that. Okay, so that needs to go about, if we bring it down a smidge, because I don't want to hide those lovely flowers too much. So we'll just bring that down a smidge there, about like that. So let's get this around the right way, Pip. There we go. So that's where it needs to go. So now I've got it held. Whee. Flip it over. Bit of snail, found my snail, which is good. There we go. Chrissy, did you see it because Wendy had shared it? That's nice. I like that very much. See, sharing's great, isn't it? Because you get to see things you wouldn't have seen otherwise. So that's cool. And then I get to meet you online. And that's very nice. That's very cool indeed. Okay, so now we're going to pop that over there like that. Alrighty, so that's our ribbon on, and we're not going to see much of it, but we are going to see this nice pretty bow, which is, you know, nice. And once it's on, you can tighten it a little bit just by pulling on the bow. So I think I'm going to put that down now. Let's put that down on this. I'm going to put it flat on here like this. So you're all my Australian contingent and watching, I guess, tonight. It's night time for you, isn't it? So hello, I hope you've had a lovely day and that you're having a nice pick-me-up in the evening of your day. So in case you haven't had a nice day. There we go. But for those watching from the UK, oh, Karen and Wendy shared it with you too. That's nice. That's lovely. Okay, so that's going to sit there. And I might even pop this so it just sits over the edge of that, because that looks quite nice. It sort of brings it out a little bit more. We're going to use some dimensionals, which are back in stock. Yay! I'm so delighted that dimensionals are back in stock. This is seriously my last packet and I'm like, oh, but they're back. Yay! So very happy. Order is going in and they will be on their way. Now, you know me, what do I say? No soggy middles, so we'll try that. That should be all right. Put this on. You notice I've not done anything at all. So on the one above, however, I did do a bit of titillating and I did add a bit of colour to it. But I thought I'd try this one without any colour, see how it looks. Just pop that over the edge there. Make sure it's straight. Okay, and then I think it definitely needs something like this little embellishment here. So in my lovely Make a Difference box, here we go. Still love my box. It should have my ribbon in it as well, but I obviously forgot. So these are the little trinkets. So you get these little flowers and then you get these leaves with it's got a beautiful circle hanging at the end, so you could hang those from thread. And then you get a key. So cute, the key, which coordinates with the backing of one of these papers, is all keys. And then, have I got any left? Oh yeah, I used these at the weekend at class. Then we've got a little tiny bow. I like the bow. The bow is cute. So bow, key, leaf and flower. But I think we're going to use the flower again on this one. And I want to really bring that sort of bow over there a little bit more and attach it so that it pulls those two together. It sort of forms that into a design thingy. I don't know what the word is for it really, but it's a design thingy to me. Just pulls the whole thing together. So we're going to use a glue dot on the back of that. Whoops. Oh no, don't drop it. That's not a good thing to do, especially not in the wrong place. There we go. And then that just brings that bow into, with a flower that matches the flowers, onto that design. And it's not straight. Let's just lift this gently. La 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 la. You're not seeing this. I can see once I've got it upright. It's not straight. It just needs to come down a smidge. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, now it's straight. There's my astigmatism at work. So that's better. So there we go. So there's the two differences with the rectangle and with the... Thank you for those. Hey, Lisa Jane's on. Hi, nice to see you, honey. So yes, so there's the two different ones that I've done. This one in the rectangle stitched. So if you put them next to each other, because I did cut them both out, so if you put them next to each other, you can see that it's exactly the same size height-wise between the rectangle and the nested, and it's just a little longer with these points and doesn't have these top bits, but other than that they're almost identical in size. So that's good to know, you know, when you're designing something, that you've got options that you can put one or the other on. And then all I had to, oh no, that's fine. Lisa's just said, sorry I'm late, I had to go for Sebastian his medication. No, that's fine. I'm just glad he's there and that you're giving him his medication and he's happy. So that's good. Hey Janice, nice to see you on here today. Happy Moody Monday. Hope you're okay, not having too bad a Monday. So so yeah, so this is, I think this is always a good thing to know, the differences in size, or if you're just deciding whether you want to buy one or the other, you can decide and make that based on some knowledge. So I just did the two of those so that you could see. But I think they give a very similar and yet different look. Somehow this seems to me to be more open, and this seems to be more closed. I don't know whether it's the diagonal lines. Maybe it's just me, but that's how I kind of see it. It just feels a little bit more open. And on this one, all I did to colour this was I took my blender pen. So not a blend. I wish they wouldn't call them all the same thing. It's very confusing. So not a blend pen, a Stampin' Blend, but a blender pen. Okay. And a blender pen is clear like this, and it just picks up the ink that's left. Okay, so you can go around and it would just start to draw the ink out. So I did that a little bit on the branch, and then I went in and just added a little smidge of yellow to the flowers to kind of link that together. But I quite like it plain without anything. I like that too. So last week I said I was going to do a giveaway, and I realized I never picked the name, so I need to do that. So I will pick a name and do a giveaway from last week, and I will pick a name and do a giveaway from this week, and you'll have to send me your address and I will send you one of these cards. And Bird Ballad is also going to be my thank you cards pretty much this month, so because I've just fallen in love with them, and I've got so many of them that I'd like to share with you. So if you put an order in with me this month, use my host code, you will get, which you can always find on my Facebook at the front of the as an announcement. I think you have to click on iPads, you have to go and find them, but it's an announcement or a post. You're going to see it in my photos as well. Yeah, use my host code, because then that means you get into the thing. If your order's over £25, then you get a nice embellishment this month. I'm doing Noble Peacock, or these ones, I think, trinkets, something like that. Noble Peacock rhinestones or trinkets this month. So yeah, use the host code if you're going to put in an order. But I do think that this is just a lovely set for anybody, and I have sold loads of these actually. Lots of my customers have been buying Bird Ballad. It's very popular with people, I think, because it's so diverse and so versatile. You know, you can have stuff without birds on it at all, or you can go full bird Monty. You know, you can go colouring, lots of colouring, or no colouring, or you can go as simple as stick a bit of paper on a card, stick a bird on the front and send it. You have so many options with this suite. I think it's great. Thank you, Jan. Oh, nice to see you on here. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. So this has been a bit of a Bird Ballad fest, really. And the only other thing I wanted to start that again. The only other thing I wanted to tell you about was I'll be doing more Bird Ballad on my videos this week on my blog, so look out for all of those. And also that this catalogue, which is is actually a brochure. They call it a brochure, so it's called the Experience Creativity brochure. I will be talking about this, and this is for beginners. Okay, thank you, Chrissy. Oh, and Rachel's on. Hi, Rachel. But this brochure is for beginners, but you will see me use some of the stamp sets out of here. So I just wanted to let you know what this was all about, because you might try and find stuff then in the catalogue that you've got and it won't be in there. So this they've brought out as a beginner catalogue, and it just basically helps people who've never stamped before. So if you're one of them and you've never stamped before and you've just found me here and you're thinking, what on earth, how on earth am I going to be able to do all of that stuff? Then I would suggest you start here. Come and talk to me and we can talk about getting you one of these little brochures in the post, because these are about quick and easy kits. These are about things to get you started with stamping. Okay, so just some nice stamps and some all-inclusive, you know, you just quote that number, you get everything you need to make the projects that are shown. And this is the one that I've fallen in love with. It's the smaller version of Magnolia Lane, because Magnolia Lane is beautiful, but it's massive and it's a big stamp set. And if you're just getting started, you may like the look of Magnolia Lane, but the cost and the bundles and the dies and not having a die cutting machine and all that might put you off. Here you can get some of the beauty of Magnolia Lane, but at a much easier and easier to get into and start with experience. So some quick and easy cards to make there. I'm also going to be showing you a bit of this. We did some of this at the weekend, and my partner in crime, Fiona, who I do my team training with once every 6 months, we do like a joint team training. She did a lovely set of note cards with this. So that's another one that you could do. And then there's this really cute Hoot Hoot Hooray stamp set here, which I still might get because I've seen some beautiful things and it is really cute. If you've got kids and you just want to make some simple birthday or welcome or just, you know, here for you, always here for you, whatever, simple cards to say thank you or whatever, these are really great for kids, teachers' gifts, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's really good. And then just some additional basic products listed at the back. So if you hear me talking about the experience, creativity or beginner brochure, this is what I'm talking about. You can still order from here if you go, all the kits are in the main catalogue, and all of these stamp sets, so the Delightful Day stamp set, you can find those online if you just click on experience creativity. There's a menu item and you can go in there and you can see these stamp sets. So please don't feel that you're excluded from using these stamp sets if you are a more avid crafter and that you craft with me on a regular basis. Believe me, we'll be using some of these in class, so don't feel like they're not for you. But if you're just getting started and you're a little bit overwhelmed, then come and talk to me and we'll go through some of the things in this brochure and see if there's not something that we can help you get started with. Okay, so that's that. Just a quick overview from that. Hey, Fiona's on. On the train on the way home. Oh, well, I hope you get home soon and it's not too tricky a journey for you, honey. So yeah, so there we go. Bird Ballad, a little bit about the experience creativity, some really simple cards, some more technical cards because you've got to do a bit of cutting out and masking and all that kind of stuff. But I just thought I'd give you like a full-on Bird Ballad suite this week. So I hope you like it. Thanks ever so much for watching and taking part, and all your thumbs up and your loves and your hearts and all that. I really appreciate that, and your comments. Thanks ever so much for tuning in from wherever you are around the world. And I'll be back again here next Monday for my next live Moody Monday. So anyway, I'll pick 2 winners, one from last week, one from this week. I promised I'd do that and I failed miserably, but I will do it today. So I will do that. Thank you. And yeah, thanks to everybody that's been on. Loads of you, Lisa and Linda and, you know, everybody. I hope, Linda, you've not had to do your hoovering. You've been able to stop doing hoovering. So thanks ever so much, guys, and I will look forward to seeing and talking to you again next week. Have a great week. Take care. Bye.